Hey everyone, my name is Allie. For those who don't know me, I am a fairy and fantasy artist as well as a tarot card reader and a fairy art enthusiast. I don't know if you can see, I got some new paintings on the wall. I got a couple of Amy Brown art up there, Jessica Galbraith. I have Mark Potts just on the side here. You won't be able to see it, but it's there. And another one of my most favorite artists is Linda Ravenscroft, who illustrated the Mystic Fairy Tarot, which I will be using for this month's tarot forecast, which is what this video is about. So we're going to forecast the month of April. I've already picked my cards of the month. So let's just dive in and get started. I actually have one of Linda's art prints on my wall in my bathroom. It's beautiful. Check out her work if you're not familiar with it, because she is an amazing watercolor painter and fantasy artist. All right, so the first card is the one that represents the energies that will be useful to us, assets, some energy that we're carrying forward from March into April, and I have drawn the Queen of Cups. So this is like, I just get this really kind of calming, don't worry about it, sort of like relaxing, very stress-free energy coming from this card. So even if we are stressing out or having worries, this card, I feel like she's telling us, take a step back, take some time out for self-care. Don't, especially if you're feeling overwhelmed, take some time off, allow yourself that time to heal, to rejuvenate, to rest, to recuperate, meditate, just getting yourself back into a calm state of being. Your self-care and emotional wellness is taking priority this month. So this is going to be a month, like I don't want to imply that it's going to be a very stressful month. I'm just saying, if you're having those moments, just give yourself permission to step back and do what you need to do to relax and to heal. And don't worry, some people, they worry about how they don't have time or it's going to impact somebody else if they're not there to help. And this card is saying, that's not your concern this month. Don't worry about it. Use your intuition over logic this month. If you need some self-care and some rest and rejuvenation, take it. It's being offered. The universe is granting you permission to say it's okay to rest, to relax, to pursue happiness, to be joyful. This is a month to focus on emotional well-being, happiness, and joy. So take the opportunities that come and take advantage of them. So this month, our greatest assets will be emotional maturity, taking time for self-care, and using intuition over logic. Things to remember as we go through the month of April. Okay, the next card I pulled is the Six of Pentacles reversed. So let's flip it over so you can see there's this little fairy there with her kind of abundance of berries, and it looks like some little mice are there to share in that abundance. And there seems to be almost like it's hard to tell if there's a trade happening between those little medallions for the food, or if the mice are just saying, hey, can you help us out? Can you please share? So, but it came up reversed. So this is a challenge for us. So that's why I saw that in the previous card with the Queen of Cups, that for many people, I don't know if you just feel guilty that you're being too, you in your head is telling you that if you take time off, if you step back, if you take a rest this month, that you're letting people down, or you're feeling guilty, or you're not living up to your responsibilities or your promises or your obligations. Like there's something you're carrying, but that's all in your head. And remember, the Queen said, you got to use your intuition and your gut. That takes precedence. That takes priority this month. So don't feel like you're being a charity case or that you're taking, the universe is granting you permission this month to take what you need. Because I feel like you have already you've already earned that right. You've banked it. It's time to cash in some favors if that's what it takes. Dip into your savings. These are things you've already earned. You've already given part of yourself. You've earned that money. You've earned that reciprocity by building relationships with other people. So take advantage, call in favors if that's what you need. Dip into your savings if that's what you need. Take a sick day if that's what you need. The universe is saying, don't feel guilty about using those things. You're okay. Those are things you've already earned. Therefore, they're deserved, so there's no reason to feel guilty. So rest, relax, pursue happiness. Again, don't feel like you're taking more than you're giving. You've already given, so now it's time to, cash in doesn't sound like the right word, but now is the time. If you need it, use it, and don't feel guilty about it. All right, card number 3. This is our action forward, something that we can do. This is our advice. And I have the Emperor in reverse. So the message I get from him, because he's usually a very militant, rigid, strict disciplinarian, a hard worker, and so he's reversed. So I feel like I'm really picking up on, you need to give yourself a break. It's good to be a hard worker, don't get me wrong. It's good to be rigid to a point, not too far, but you do want to be diligent and you do want to be structured. But grant yourself a break. It's totally fine. It doesn't, just because you're taking a time of rest or you're having a bit of fun, doesn't mean that you're any less of a hard worker. You're just creating balance in your life. That's all this is. So this is a time to restore some balance. Perhaps you've been pushing yourself really hard for the first 3 months of the year, and now spring is here, and it's time to just take a rest, to play, to have some fun, and to do whatever you need for self-care to keep your energy at a level where you could keep going in the future, so that you can get back into the game later on. So break some rules, relax, have a bit of fun, make sure you're doing your self-care, and it's all about balance. It's all about just restoring balance. Now, as usual, I always draw a card from the Good Tarot, and this month's affirmation card is the Strength card. This really reaffirms the message that we don't want to be overwhelmed, because there could be consequences. Like, I feel like overburdening ourselves, continuing to work really hard, not dealing with our stress or our concerns, or allowing us to get to a place of overwhelm is going to be detrimental. We're going to crash and burn. So it's about being kind to ourselves, employing some self-care. Let me read from the book. I can go the distance and know that everything occurs in divine and appropriate timing. I have courage as I manifest miracles. When I allow Spirit to work through me, I am strong enough to move mountains and overcome any obstacle, inside and out. So I feel like that's having the strength to know when you're reaching that point where you're feeling overwhelmed, and it's time to have a rest, and it's time to take a step back, and it's a time to be gentle to ourselves. It's time to allow ourselves whatever we need to bring us kind of down to earth, grounded, relaxed, in a stable mindset, stable emotions. Remember, it's about emotional maturity, not reacting emotionally, but reacting from a place of calm and maturity, but also knowing that we have to use our intuition. It's not really about logic, so we can't let our head get in the way, but we can't let our heart kind of explode with negative consequences. We need to have some control, so we need to calm our emotions, and then when our emotions are calm, we can choose our behaviors based on our heart and our intuition. So that's what I feel like the Strength card is telling us this month. So I just get this sense that there's this really calming energy this month. Allow yourself to experience that. Don't feel like you have to ignore it or push past it, or because you're going to burn out. That's where we're at this month. So relax. Allow April to be a relaxing. Allow yourself to receive. Be open to receiving. Don't feel guilty that you're taking, or that you're being lazy, or whatever kind of worries you have around that. You're not. You've already earned it. This is all in the bank. You're just making a withdrawal, and go with that mindset as you walk through April 2018. Okay, guys, that is my forecast. If you want to, don't forget to check out my website, AlisonSpokes.ca, where I sell my artwork and my tarot card readings. My store is closed for those locals who like to watch these videos. I've officially moved out, but my website has been restructured, so you can now book appointments with me online and we can do video chats. So that's something new. Check out my website. All the details are there. Feel free to email me or leave me comments with questions if you have any. I will get back to you. Okay, guys, take care, and until next time, stay shiny and keep sparkling.